So it's been a little while since I did an update video. Last time I did it, I was still a university student. I am now no longer technically a university student. All my assignments and everything I've done. I'm still waiting for my final grades, so I guess you can, come down either way on that. But yeah, a lot of things have changed, and things are going to be changing with the channel only a little bit. It's not going to be any, drastically huge change or anything coming up. And I thought I would make another video. Because I like to be transparent, I like to keep you guys up to date with these sort of things. This was originally supposed to go up next week, and it was originally supposed to feature my face. But I did some recordings yesterday and the footage was unusable. My phone just decided not to focus on anything at all. Didn't even focus on the background instead of me. It just didn't focus on anything. So that footage is completely and totally unusable. So we're pushing this forward a week. It's a day late, but we're pushing it forward a week. And I'm going to do something else next week. I have no idea what that's going to be. So that's going to be fun to work out. But yeah, the first things I want to cover, just real quick admin stuff. First things first, the business email has changed. So if you're someone that has the business email in your address book, then you need to look up the new one. It's carbra.business@gmail.com. I got rid of all the carbra.xyz emails because I don't want to pay AWS anymore. So I just set up a new Gmail account for that. So it's just a lot easier to manage really as well. So that's the new business email address. It's changed on the About tab if you forget as well. So if you send anything to the old address, it will just bounce back. So make sure to send it to the new one instead. I've also got a new website. At time of release, it may or may not be up yet. This video was planned for next week because of that, so if it's not up, it will be up in the next few days. It's pretty much ready. We just need to kind of get deployment mechanisms working. But it's been designed by my friend Mr. Dogebro. It looks very nice. It's currently sort of a directory of Carbra things, so it has all my socials, and it has kind of a rundown of all the series I've done. And it's just really cool, and I just want to again thank Mr. Dogebro for making it, and maybe check it out in the description below. If you get a page saying it's too quiet, it's not up yet, so it should be up in the next few days, hopefully. Because I've had to change around the schedule, and the website would have definitely been up before next week. It's just a bit weird, but yeah, that's a really cool thing. Extra stuff might be added at some point. We're going to put a contact page in at some point. The code is more or less fully there, but because of all the email changes and because I just kind of wanted it to go out, I decided to scrap that for the time being, and we're going to put that in later. But there might be some other things in there at some point. The code is open source as well, so you can have a look at it. I don't understand how any of it works, so don't ask me. But yeah, all the good stuff, there may be some stuff in the future. We can work that out at some point. And the next thing I want to talk about is the schedule for videos. So we're going back to 2 a week for now. I will say the schedule is dependent on how kind of work goes in the future. I am looking for a job right now. When I get a job, obviously that's going to take priority. Hopefully things will still be able to work out 2 a week. Things might drop to 1 a week for a period of time and then go back to 2 a week, or they might stick at 1 a week. I don't know exactly. It would be very dependent on what job I get. But for now, videos are Mondays and Fridays. So Mondays are sort of like your classic videos in a sense. So there'll be Python. There'll be a normal tutorial video where I just record what's going on the screen and talk about it while I'm doing it. The sort of stuff that I've been doing on this channel recently, and the sort of stuff that's actually been doing really well on the channel, so I'm going to keep doing that. So the Friday videos will be a little bit different. They're sort of like anything else, I guess. They're kind of a spot for literally anything else I want to do. One way to think about it is that Monday is kind of the Python tutorial slot, and Friday is the wildcard slot. So basically anything can go in there, including update videos and all that jazz. I just think it's a cool idea because I don't want to only do the tutorial videos, but obviously they do really well, and I do enjoy making them, and they do well, and people like them a lot, and they're easy to make and they're quick to make, and it's all the good things that a video is. But I do want to do some other stuff as well, some other fun stuff, kind of expand, experiment, and that'll be kind of what the Friday stuff is about. I'm also now doing monthly plans. October's plan has already somewhat fallen apart, but at the start of every month, I'll be posting the plan for all videos in that month. This gives people kind of an opportunity to look at the upcoming videos and think, oh, I kind of, I'm interested in that topic. I'm going to make sure I'm there for that day at that time. And it also gives me kind of an excuse to actually follow a schedule. I am actually somewhat ahead of myself outside of this week's video. Monday's video, I was been ready for about a week now, but because I can only record what should have been yesterday's video the day before that, and it all went wrong, and things were a bit weird. So it's beneficial for both parties because it gives you an opportunity to see what's coming up, and it gives me an opportunity to kind of make sure that I know what I'm doing and be able to effectively plan everything in time to be able to, get videos out that are good. So the rest of this video is going to be talking about the series that I do. Speaking of the Perfect Python series, I haven't done a video of that for a little while. And the reason for that is because it didn't perform as well as I hoped it might. So back before the Python is Awesome series was called that, back when it was just experimental random videos I was doing, those videos, and actually pretty much every other video I was doing around that time, was performing a lot better than the Perfect Python series, which is why those videos became a thing on the channel, and then later became the Python is Awesome series, alongside some How to Python videos as well, which is all a bit complicated with that. But the Perfect Python series always performed worse, and they took longer to make, they were harder to do as well, because they involved a lot more planning. So that's kind of why they fell by the wayside, because they were longer to do, and they did worse. So that's why there hasn't been a Perfect Python series, the Perfect Python video in a while. I might come back to it and see, now I've got, an extra audience from kind of the run of recommendations that I had going in June and July, and the sort of run I've got going since I've come back. It's been different since I've come back. Things have been a lot slower. The actual view numbers have ended up at roughly the same places-ish sometimes, but the actual progress of videos, it's been more of a slow incline rather than a huge spike, which is really weird. But now that I've got more of a general audience, because when I did those videos before, it was still very much kind of the bot developer audience I had mainly, they might work better for people now. So if you're unaware of those videos, they're kind of like, the DevOps, code formatting, static type checking, stuff like that. I recommend going and looking at those. If you want to see more of those, let me know in the comments, and I might make more. I might make more anyway, and we'll see how it does. In terms of new series that I am planning, there's quite a few. The specifics and timetables of which haven't really been decided yet. These are just kind of ideas, and they may or may not come soon. They may or may not change in scope. But the first of these new ideas are like video essays. So I've had a few attempts at scripted videos before, most of which have ended up being scrapped because of of time constraints. So there was a time where I was going to start doing like top 10 videos and stuff, but a lot of those ended up getting scrapped, or a lot of those ideas ended up getting scrapped because of time. The one that wasn't scrapped, which has kind of been, it's the one that was supposed to come out on New Year's Day 2022, so like 10 months ago now, that has now officially been cancelled as of like yesterday, pretty much, because I found out that I don't have the project file for it anymore, which is kind of sad. But I really liked writing the scripts, and I actually really like recording the audio for those as well. So I've always wanted to kind of go back and try that again. And these video essays are going to be like scripted videos. So I've got one coming near the end of October. It won't be the final video in October like I originally thought it was going to be. I didn't realise Halloween was fell on a Monday, and I haven't planned a video for that yet. But that's going to be a video on trailing commas, and that will be, I've got the script ready, and I'm going to record that immediately after I finish recording this. And I'll edit that, and then that will go out, and we'll see how it goes, I suppose. Because I think it'd be fun. Because I do like writing. Like, writing is one of the things I'm good at. And writing scripts should be fun. And it should be like, a different type of video. It'd be perfect for the sort of things on Fridays. If that goes well, I already have a few other topics that I want to do video essays like that on. Some include more research than others. So, yeah, that should be fun. That's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. I've been talking for a little while now. I know this is a long one. But there was a lot to cover. Hopefully you like everything that you hear. If you did, leave a like to let me know and comment below any feedback that you have. If you want to support this channel monetarily, you can do so in one of two ways. Hit the join button below to become a channel member, or become a patron using the link in the description. £1 a month you can be on this screen like these people, and I will see you in the next video where we talk about iter-tools. That's the video that has been ready for about a week. It's a really useful part of Python, and it's not used very often. Like, I often forget about it as well. But it has some really nice features that are just incredibly useful for very general use cases. So I'd recommend checking that out if you're interested. So I'll see you for that.